At the end of the day, it comes down to this. I asked the Congressional Budget Office, well, what about the standard of living of future Americans? What will the standard of living look like on the current pathway we are on in America? Not the Obama budget, but just the current pathway, before you would pass this big government budget. And they said this, inferior standards of living. That's the red line. We are basically consigning the next generation, quantifiably, irrefutably, to a lower standard of living. That severs the tie between our generations. That breaks the bond in this country, the legacy that says each generation takes on its responsibilities, fixes its problems, so that the next generation is better off. You know, my dad told me a number of things when I was a young guy, and he passed away when I was a kid. But I remember a couple of things he always told me. Number one, don't just be part of the problem, be part of the solution. So we're offering a solution. Number two, the great thing about this country is each generation makes it better off for the next, and you better do that when you're in my age. Our budget, according to the Congressional Budget Office, says that the standard of living of Americans in the future currently and consistently goes upwards. We are putting in this budget people on the path for the prosperity so that we can leave the next generation better off. And we are offering an economic plan for right now to get jobs back in this economy. We are offering an economic plan that shows we're going to create more jobs. The answers all don't flow out of Washington. The answers come from individual Americans. That's the power of this country. That's the idea of this country. The nucleus of our country, of our society, of our economy, the genius of it are the American people themselves, not Washington bureaucrats, not the idea that we have to take more money and more power away from the people and spend it on their behalf and exercise it on their behalf. Unfortunately, that is the arrogant, paternalistic notion that is being brought to the floor here by the budget that the American people are being asked to swallow. I think it's wrong. I think it's dead wrong. And we're following the advice of all the fiscal experts from the left and from the right who are saying, think about the consequences, think about the future, think about what your actions are doing. That's what we are doing. And that is why I argue for our budget, a sensible budget, a common sense budget, a budget that says to senior citizens, we can protect your benefits right now if we act to save them for the future. Here's the problem. These programs themselves go themselves right into extinction. If we don't reform these programs, we can't protect those who are in and near retirement from those cuts. If you act now, we can protect people who are in and near retirement. If we don't act now, we can't. That's what's wrong about the politics of demagoguery, of taking on these challenges, and that is why we need to be grown-ups and adults and tackle these fiscal challenges before they tackle us. I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves his time.